Hi, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Dose. I got a question for you today. How much are you willing to spend on remodeling your house? That's the question of the day. If you're here joining me in my backyard, got the hammock. I actually would love to be in that hammock right now. It'd be awesome. But I got work to do. I want to share with you just about remodeling a home. I don't know if you've ever remodeled a home before, but we have in the past. In fact, I've owned one home before. This is it. Been here for 19 years. And I remember one of the things we had on our to-do list, and we had a 5-year plan. When we moved in this place, it was a mess, and we purely moved in for the location. And we said, well, my dad was a retired contractor. He was a carpenter. And we had this vision of what we wanted to do in 5 years. So we did, and we planned it out and mapped it out and saved the money and so forth, so on. Took out an equity line. Our house was gaining value, fortunately, and we were able to do it. And that was like 10 or 11 years ago. It was quite a while ago. We've been here 19 years now. I was thinking we had to decide on the budget, what we want to spend, how we want to spend it, and do this and do that, or not do this, or, do on the fixtures or do on the foundation, do the electrical, over all those types of things, right? If you ever remodeled a house, I'd love to know. Maybe you're in the middle of a remodel. But my question to you is, how much are you willing to spend on remodeling your house, on renovating? You can call it remodel, renovation. I think I put in the title, renovating your house. And I want to talk to you about that. But as it pertains to renovating your house, not the house you actually live in, this house right here. Let's see if you can see it. This house, your body. It's interesting. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of the pushback, so to speak, is like, Mark, I really need help with my weight loss. I really want to get on a healthier path. I've been struggling for a long time. I want to do this. I need help. I need help with somebody like you. I'm ready to do this. When we go over the financials, I'm like, oh, I just can't afford it right now. And sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it comes up as well, we're in the middle of a remodel in our home, or, we have, there's expenses, and we totally get it, right? You spend the money the way you do it. But I think of the average remodel, and I actually looked it up because I was curious. And the average remodel in this country is approximately $25,000. Now, I know because what we spent, and now it may not be where you live, it may be less, it may be more, but the average is about $25,000. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, and I actually know people that have spent $25,000 on a kitchen renovation. I know sometimes people have put $25,000 into their windows, right? I've heard of crazy stories like that. I know, because I grew up with I grew up in a family, and my dad was a builder, and he had people that he worked for that spent a lot of money on different things. So my question to you is, as we're remodeling, and actually I was thinking about it as I was sitting back here, you hear the cardinals. Maybe you'll get a glimpse of them. I hear them, I don't see them. But behind us, there's a house. It's not this one back here. It's not that one, but the one next to it, over to the left, I guess to the left if you were facing my backyard. That got bought. I got bought for an exorbitant amount of money. And guess what they're doing? They're completely going to tear it down. In fact, I'll be excited to share with you. I'll probably have some stories. Hopefully no rats and things will come out from underneath that house when they tear it down. It's an old house. But somebody bought it, and they spent a lot of money, and they're going to literally just level it and remodel. They're going to actually build a brand new home. And if you know anything about where I live in Atlantic Beach, maybe you live in this area, they do that. They tend to buy the property because it's just such an awesome location, as you've seen, so close to the beach. And those tear it down and build up a new house, right? And they'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. But my question to you is, how much are you willing to spend on renovating your house? That's my question for you today. And it's interesting how it's easy for us to maybe even take out an equity line, right? You take out an equity line on your house. Your house has a certain value. It's increased in value. Maybe the property value has gone up. And then you have that money. You take money out of that value, that's literally cash in your pocket, to put back into the house to renovate it, right? And why? Because you want it to increase in value. Maybe you want a nicer home. You want to have a nicer kitchen, nicer bathroom, bedroom, so forth, so on, right? So what is my point to this? Why am I sharing with you this renovation as I'm fighting for the chirping? The bird's like, I'm going to chirp louder than you. I want this to maybe chirp, so to speak, and to maybe resonate with some of you. Because I talk to people who are so willing and ready to spend lots and lots of money on, say, renovating a kitchen or a house, but not to invest in themselves, not to invest in their health, not to invest in the one body, the one house that they have to live in. Now, you can change the house, you can tear down the house, you can redo the kitchen, you can renovate the windows in the house, and like, yes, that's that's a priority, and that is cool. But you're gonna still have the same body that may be struggling with a weight loss journey. You may be gonna have that same body that's been fighting the up and down battle of the bulge, so to speak, or of weight. And maybe you may be living in a brand new kitchen or in a house, but you're still in that same body. And the bottom line is, you can't just tear down your entire body and get a new one, right? You have to actually put in the work, right? Somebody else would do your kitchen. Chances are, if you do a renovation on your house, you're gonna pay them to renovate your house and to do it all for you, and then you just pay them and they do it, and then you can enjoy the benefits. The hard thing with our bodies is that you have to do the work. It's going to take effort on your part. You actually have to do the work, but it does help to have, so to speak, somebody who can help you renovate and understand how best to do it so you don't waste money. There's nothing worse, and I don't know if you have, I have. We did a renovation on a bathroom 2 years ago, and I thought it was somebody that we were getting that was going to help us and do a good job, and it was terrible. It was a nightmare experience. We spent an exorbitant amount of money. I had to fire the guy. I kind of knew the guy, and I had to fire him, and it was really not a good experience. And I would say that would make me reluctant necessarily to invest, say, in a certain type of contractor builder, right? And I get that. There's maybe leery. Hey, the reality is, check this out. The average person spends in a year, now we're looking at healthcare spending. That's not talking about fitness. Healthcare spending, like just on healthcare, like doctor's visits and all those kind of things and deductibles and all that, is an average of about $11,000 a year. That's healthcare spending, right? That's kind of crazy. Do you know how much people are spending now on fitness and gyms and stuff? $1,860 a year. You know what's really even crazier about that? And I'm not saying you need a gym membership. In fact, if you're giving me the excuse that, yeah, COVID shut down my gyms and I couldn't work out and I couldn't get in shape, and that's why I have the extra 20 pounds on. Now, that may be true, right, to some extent. But you and I both know, chances are, I know for a fact, and I looked it up, 8.3, check this statistic out, 8.3 million Americans. 8.3 million Americans who belong to gyms who've spent over $1.13 billion. Let me just go over that again. $1.13 billion in a year on unused memberships, right? The reality is, if the gyms were all open everywhere where you lived and everybody went to the gyms, they wouldn't be able to handle. In fact, gyms are set up specifically for you not to go. They know that you don't care about a $30 a month gym membership or a $10 a month gym membership that you're not going to go to because it's only freaking $10. Like, who cares? So you spend $100, $200, a few $100 maybe here and there, or $1,800, a year later, and you're like, oh, well, yeah, I want to go. I'd feel better about going. And my question to you is that what you're worth? Are you worth a $10 a month? Is that what your house, the body you live in, like the one that you can't literally tear down and start over fresh like they're going to do in my backyard here? Are you worth more? I hope you feel like you're worth more than a $25,000 house remodel. It's so easy. Why is it so easy to spend $25,000 on a house remodel or more? Maybe you spent $50,000, maybe you spent $100,000 remodeling your house. But yet you're so reluctant to maybe spend a little bit, a small percentage of that on a coach to put you on the right path, to get you on a healthy path and get your life and health, the house that you have to live in, the only body that you get, that God gives you to live through your entire life, the help that you need so that you can not just enjoy your new renovation in your house, but to actually enjoy the renovation that you do working on your health and improving that. Now, that's something to think about. It's just things that make you go, So as you look at maybe working towards improving your health, and as you're maybe renovating a bathroom or kitchen or your house, or taking out equity lines to make these changes that you do, or maybe you're taking a loan out for a new car or something like that, is think, if you're not in a good place with your health and maybe where you're at in your fitness and you need help, like, What's preventing you from doing the same thing you're doing on a house remodel, or from buying a new car, or, investing in I say investing, well, investing in time with your family, but spending an X amount of money on a vacation, right? So anyway, that's my thoughts for today. It is Wednesday, the Daily Dose. I hope this made you something to make you go, yeah, you know what? Because I'll tell you, I do get tired as a coach hearing people like, yeah, Mark, I can't afford a few $1,000s for a coach, because I'm in the middle of spending, $50,000 or $30,000 on a home renovation, and that's my priority right now. That's cool. I get it. Maybe you're getting ready to sell your house, and maybe that's something that's been on your bucket list to renovate. I get it. We've been there as well. But I would say is, if you're selling yourself short and selling your health short, and maybe not putting in the investment you need to in your health, then there's no reason to wonder why your health is still in a struggle spot right now. So that's all I have for today. Again, this is something maybe is a little bit of a tough love from Coach, but it's something that to think about moving forward in this next year as you go through, and how money is being spent. And I know we spend it on all different things, and I want to enjoy life too. I know that having a healthy, fit life has been one of the best and most important investments I've made for myself. And I just want to draw in as many people who need help to help them. Now, if you need help, reach out to me. Again, I'm only one coach. I might not be the right fit for you, but if you want some solutions, maybe your time is now to start renovating you, right? Maybe you've already renovated your house. Maybe you already spent the money on renovating your kitchen or your bathroom or your bedroom, or putting that new roof on, or that backyard or that pool or whatever it is. And now it's time to start working on you. Reach out to me and we'll take care of it together. See ya.